back. Another Tuesday night worth of gaming goodness. Dion is resting up for his vacation trip to California, coming out Jeff's way.
Yeah.
Although I don't think anywhere close.
Nope.
So we will wish Dion a happy vacation. But tonight, in support of the impending Kickstarter drop of Dicey Tales Second Edition, we are going to play a story arc for the next few weeks in Jeff's game. Wave Jeff. This is the person who created it. Send all hate mail his way, and all the good mail too. We like the good mail as well. We have already made characters, so we won't do a carriage in this. We're going to kind of just jump right into a game. But, Richard, who'd you make? Tell us a little bit about him.
Hi there. I didn't make them at all. I stole a character from 1950s Adventure Boys comics called Matt Braddock, whose I Flew with Braddock was his tale, and he was a champion darts player and sergeant who was a bomber in the war.
Awesome. What is Braddock's nationality?
He is English. Pip pip.
Hey.
Top hole, etc.
Okay, and if you would please roll me a D15.
No. I'm not prepared for that.
This is for my own use to set up my little story here.
A D15.
A D15. The magic of digital. We can roll all kinds of
3. There
dice.
you go.
Okay. Very good. All right. So we are playing in the year is 1950, January 1st. Okay. So it has been 5 years since the end of World War II. All the characters here were in the war, even if it was just for a short amount of time at the end. We will get to how you know each other in a bit, but I imagine Braddock was in the RAF.
Indeed, yes.
Yeah. Okay. Very good. Oak, who are you playing?
I am playing Jackie Calhoun. He's a very smart guy. Did a little bit of mechanicking and bartending to get him through, but got into a chemistry lab, and then when he went into the military, was demolitions expert.
Oh, very nice. And he is American?
Yes, sir.
Okay, American. Also, roll me a D15. Anytime, Oak. Anytime.
Sorry, I did it in Twitch, and I'm like, why isn't that going through? I'm like, oh, I'm in the wrong window.
It's not as easy as people want it.
It's not like I've never made that mistake before, ever. Okay.
Like I just typed it. Come on. Be a 12.
All right, very good. Jeff, tell us about your character.
Okay, my character is Nicolo Sartin. He is a Corsican who fought with the English after France was lost to the Germans. He went over, and he's actually part of the Corsican Mafia. And in a kind of a deal with them in the OSS, he became a hitman. And he's an explosives expert and a crack shot and a fair hand at savate.
But as Hoover's boys will tell everyone, there's no such thing as organized crime. So, that's just a fairy tale. There's no mafia. And if you can roll me a D15 as well.
How do I do that? I'm sorry.
Just do /roll space 1D15 in roll 20.
In roll 20. Okay. Okay. /roll space D15?
1D15.
1D. Boop.
Not seeing it. There it goes. An 8. All right. Oh, that's interesting. All right. Okay, and bringing up the last member for our little journey tonight, Bill. Who are you playing?
I am playing Reginald Fane. He was he did a little stint in the army. Publicly didn't do much. He worked. I kind of envision him as, even though this was pre World War II and it was filmed, like Leslie Howard in The Scarlet Pimpernel. He kind of was real, like, oh, hello, very very jolly, very friendly. He moves in high society circles, but he helped a lot of Jews and gypsies and other people escape the Third Reich during the war, and
Okay.
he was actually pretty good at it.
So you took a soldier at 0 level. So you came in near the end. You didn't get a lot of training.
Right.
So yeah, you just came in kind of at the very end there. And if you can roll me a D15 as well, Bill.
All right. I did, however, take espionage agent at a 3.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can type properly. Here we go. Got an 8.
Got an 8 as well. Okay. Here growling in the background, it is my dog Buddy, who is jealous that I am talking to other people. Right. Yeah. Let me just talk over here. And I need to open up my notes for tonight's adventure. Hey, be a good boy. Sit. All right. So, Braddock, you awaken to the strains of Mona Lisa by Nat King Cole being played on a record player, scratchy, as if the record has had a lot of use. It stuck in a groove, and one particular line keeps repeating over and over. You've got a massive headache. You're cold. You smell of booze. You put your hands to your face, and you notice that your knuckles are swollen. The skin's broken and bleeding, as if you've had a night of boxing, bare knuckles boxing with someone. Touch your face, which also feels bruised and swollen. One of your eyes is caked shut with blood. Shake your head a little bit. There's dim light about. You seem to be in some kind of warehouse. There are people laying about you, some snoring. People seem to be alive until your eyes fall upon one person who's definitely not. It looks like he's been beaten to death. His face, his cheekbones are broken and hollowed. You can't make out his features. It's just so swollen and disfigured. He's not breathing. At least one arm and 2 legs, both legs have been broken. Everyone else looks like they've been through a fight, but are breathing as well. There's a recognition to some folks as you're looking around. You haven't seen them good 6 or more years. Ooh, we're getting some static from somebody. I think it's probably Bill. Hey, Bill, can you mute yourself for a minute?
Jesus Christ. I can't fucking win with this thing.
Poof, he's gone in a ball of smoke.
Yep, it's Bill. You recognize some of your old comrades. Towards the end of the war, you got loaned out, sectioned out to a special operations branch that was made up of folks from different armies in the Allies. You had some very peculiar missions that you were sent on, not the average sort of fare. After the war, you kind of lost touch with one another. There were more than those that are here. There's some folks missing from that unit, but 3 of the folks here were from that old unit. And as you're looking around, Calhoun, you come conscious next. You're got a head splitting. Just you feel like the the worst hangover you can imagine. You still smell of alcohol. Your face hurts. Your hands hurt. Same thing. You look around. You see some folks you recognize but haven't seen in a very long time. Just as your eyes fall on the obviously dead man in the center of the floor, the warehouse doors fly open, letting in brutal amounts of sunlight. As your eyes contract, the headaches gets worse. Everyone else, the other two characters, open their eyes, wake up as well, as a bunch of armed constabulary come in, shouting in a language that I believe only one of you can understand. One of you can understand French.
Yep.
All right, that's our Corsican.
Niccolo.
It's the French gendarme. They are yelling at you to put your hands up, lay flat on the ground, don't make any moves. They seem to be very shouting this quite loudly, only in French. As they spread out, it's a good 10 men with guns.
I can understand French as well.
Then you understand them. How do you react? What do you guys do?
Look around
And
to see everybody else. See if anybody knows
we
what's
all know
being
each
said.
other, correct?
Yes, it's been years since you've seen each other, but you spent some time together in a special unit.
The hell's he saying, Niccolo?
He's telling us to get up and put our hands up slowly over our heads. So he starts raising his hands up.
Yep, they have. Some of the men are going and checking other corners of the warehouse. The light illuminates everything very brightly now. They've surrounded you. They've got pistols out, and they're still shouting.
Start getting up slowly. Why does this shit happen every time we're together?
They several of them just take aim at you and start shouting more. Nicola, is that our course again? Let me. Hey, easy, buddy. Yes, they are growling like dogs.
I mean, they might have dogs.
Sartine, that's it. They're telling you to get on the ground and put your hands up, and your friend just stood. They
I
seem
thought
to
you
be
were
very
saying
alarmed.
stand up with your hands behind. That's me as a player, but I thought they were saying stand up with your hands behind your head. So, okay, yeah, I do what they're saying.
Okay. So everyone else.
I mean,
then?
I am already standing up, so I just put my hands up. So,
Okay.
let's do what they say, I guess, Lance.
Yep, I will comply as well.
Right. One of the gendarmes is checking the pulse of the man that's been just brutally pummeled to death on the floor. He looks up at this commanding officer, shakes his head. Another prattling on in French, which those of you who can speak it, you're being accused of killing this man.
Okay. Just for a second, well, as I'm looking, as they're doing what they're doing, how are they dressed? What are they armed with?
I tell you what, okay, that's your first reaction. Why don't you we'll do the first roll of the game for Niccolo here. Why don't you make me a mind check if you have any kind of career for actually your criminal career would work fine for this.
Yeah.
You can add that in there.
Okay. So let's see here. I got a 2. All right. Hold on just 1 second. I'm trying to gather my mind in these character sheet. Where's the careers? Oh, there it is. 2. Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
So
You should be able to click
6
the
plus.
top die that's next to mine. It'll ask you what your modifier is. That's where you can drop in your career rank and then just hit submit.
Okay. Well, let me try this one.
We're using Roll20 tonight, and there is a very nice character sheet in here for Barbarians of Lemuria, which Dicey Tales is based on. So it works pretty nicely for what we're using. So an 11 is a success. So in Dicey Tales, your target number is 9. It can be adjusted depending on modifiers. This one is basic, no particular modifier. It's an official French gendarme or constabulary, but it's not for their home legion. It's what they use for protectorates. So you're not in France. You don't actually know where you are. The last thing you remember was playing in a casino back in the US. You don't think you're in the US anymore.
Okay, so they're armed. I mean, they're dressed like the territorial gendarmes.
Right. Mm-hmm.
How are they armed?
I am not a historian, so it would be whatever is appropriate to the time.
I mean, do they have pistols? Do
They
they
have
just have
pistols.
sticks? Do
They
they
have
have
pistols.
okay?
Yep, they have
Okay.
pistols.
All right. So they have they're armed gendarmes, and they look legit to me.
They look very legitimate. Yes.
Okay. So I just kind of well, I'm taciturn to begin with, so I'm not going to say a lot. So for the moment, I just follow directions.
Okay, so you lay
Still
down,
evaluating.
hands out to the side. Anyone else? So their commanding officer is not so much asking as accusing you of killing this man that's on the floor. Not responding to that.
I'm just looking at the other guys to see if any of them are reacting like I did it. Okay.
All of you guys look like you've been in a bar brawl. Like you've taken blows to the face. Some of your faces are swollen. Richard's character's one of his left eye is kind of swollen shut. You all have cuts and bruises on your knuckles.
I mean, I can start saying things, but I've no idea what they are saying at us. So, I mean, got my hands up.
Okay.
British Embassy?
All right. Bill, your character is the other one that speaks French. So are you saying anything?
Yeah, just kind of like, what is this? This is rather ridiculous. What is this all about? I was in a casino and now I'm obviously beat up somewhere and being accused of killing someone. What's all this about? Why us?
He gives a laugh. He says, "There's a dead man here, obviously pummeled to death. You yourself have gone a few rounds with someone recently. We had an observer leave a tip saying that something was going down in this warehouse and to come quickly as someone was being murdered."
Can you tell us where we are? Because I honestly don't know.
Braddock, you said in English, English embassy, and he switches over.
Yes.
Yeah, he switches over to English. He says, "Do you have diplomatic passport?"
I don't think I have anything. I have no idea where I am. What country are we even in?
He says, Are you on drugs?
Not currently. I've had a drink, I assume. I'm smelling myself, but
yeah, your mouth definitely tastes like you had a long night of binge drinking. Like you still have tasted gin in your mouth. He kind of motions to his men who come around and they start putting irons on everybody's wrists. We'll get this sorted. Back at the station. Get up. He's talking English now.
All right, I'll get up.
Okay. You're marched out into what feels like a hot desert sun. There's a scent of salt air in the environment. You can see, though these men are French, wearing French officer regalia, you're seeing signs of like minarets, some Muslim themes to the environment around you. There's several. Go ahead.
In my background, I did serve in. I put down. I don't know if you read the background, but I put down that I served in Europe, Greece, and North Africa.
It's none of those places.
Okay, just checking.
There are people on the streets. You're very, very close to street vendors that are selling things like dates and other fruits on the streets, as well as lamb, chickens.
Um, do do we know, or do I know of any, what territories does France control in the Middle East?
Um, you've got a career that would help you with that.
Uh, just I would think common knowledge, but
Yeah, it's not really common. Yeah.
yeah. Okay. No, I'd take a mind roll at it if I could.
Yeah, that's fine. Anybody else can do the same as well. If you just want to make a mind check, I'm making it a little difficult if you don't have any kind of background that would give you like a world traveler sort of sense to it.
Okay.
So I'm looking for a
Success.
10. So yeah, you still succeeded. Anyone else?
Nope.
Reginald, no idea. Seems very odd to you. All right, Nicola, you're thinking, maybe you're not really sure. You're looking around. It's like Morocco, and then you pass a sign. It's done in a few different languages, but it's done in French as well. You're in Casablanca.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to assume that I might know people in Casablanca since this is part of what I did in the war.
Well, would you have had any reason to be in Morocco during the war?
Well, of course. If I'm getting people out, wouldn't we have gone through
Not
Casablanca?
not in Morocco.
And that's not what Humphrey Bogart said, okay?
Not in Morocco. What's your nationality, actually?
I'm American.
Oh, you're an American. Oh, in that case, yeah, certainly. You could have been in a couple of failed attempts that happened for them to take over areas of Morocco. Yeah, okay. So maybe you start to recognize the places. You don't speak French, though, or any of the other languages that are on these signs here.
I do speak French.
Oh, you do? I'm sorry. Yeah, you do speak French. So you see the sign as well. You're being marched to a squat cement building. You're all frisked. Certain things are taken. Your wallets and passports are taken. Apparently, you do have passports on you. A few other things are taken from you. Go ahead.
Can I see the passport for a moment? Anybody?
You're still bound, but he holds.
Yeah, I know.
passport up.
I'm asking as they're taking it away from us.
Yeah.
Can we see the passport?
You can. The last stamp in there says that you got to Morocco 2 days ago. You really don't remember coming to Morocco.
Is it my passport? Does it
your
have my
passport.
name on it, and it has previous journeys, etc. on
Yep,
there?
you recognize
Oh,
everything
okay,
about it,
fine.
except for the fact that you don't remember coming to Morocco.
Must have been a hell of a party.
There's also a photograph that's taken out of your pocket. Not something you remember having in there.
Do we all have a photograph, or is it?
Everybody's being kind of processed at the same
individual,
time. So
right.
wallets, passports. Everybody has the same photograph that's taken out of your pockets. It's folded in half, and it's your team. It's the special unit from back in the war. There were 8 of you. Over the years, you were given word that your other 4 companions had died. But it's the last picture that you guys remember having taken as a group. And on the back, there is a date 2 days ago and the name of a hotel. The Hotel El Mansour.
Which presumably is a hotel around here. Is it? I suppose you know it, person who is processing me.
Oh, yes, a very fancy hotel. Several blocks that way.
I wonder if we've got rooms there.
Well, you certainly have a room for
Find out.
tonight, as he throws you into a cell. Right now, you're all just being held in a communal cell, so you're all together. You're still bound. You still have your hands cuffed behind your back, and you're all in the same cell. and the commander, you're assuming, comes up, speaks in English, and says, "I'm going to sort this out, find out who this dead man is, and how exactly he came to die."
All right.
Good. We'd like to know that.
Is there anybody else on the cell with us?
Just you guys right now. Actually, as you look around, you didn't notice it first, but there is somebody actually sleeping underneath one of the cots. He's kind of curled up into a ball. He's got a very thin blanket over his head. Isn't really moving.
Okay. So if I notice him, I look at the guys and I do a knife thing and, a little nod of my head towards there and point over to him.
One of the guards says, "Hey now, you leave Lucky alone. He's a town drunk. He's a good man." Yes, the year is January 1st, 1950. Of course, you guys don't know the actual day.
Do I know any Corsican Union connection to Morocco?
Unless you bought it as a boon, no.
Okay. I was thinking criminal too, since I'm in the Corsican Union.
Yep.
Okay.
I don't think
All right.
criminals automatic. I don't think the careers automatically give you contacts, though. I think that's a boon you have to have, right?
Well, it's the levels that you
Mhm.
have.
Yeah.
And, the higher the level, the more in you are or
Mhm.
whatever,
Okay.
Okay. All right. So I'm trying to
Well,
think.
it's bloody good to see you all again. Sorry about the circumstances and all, but hey,
Do I think I might be able to use my great wealth to get us out of this?
Well, you didn't have stacks of cash in your pockets. All you were stripped with it, as everyone else was, of your goods. The only
Right.
thing in your pockets was your passport, the photograph, and just a few knickknacks here and there. One of them, and you were the only one, had an apartment key for a hotel.
Okay.
And we're not bound right now. Are we shackled and bound still, or did they?
Your hands are still bound behind your backs, but you are not shackled.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna stretch a little bit then, especially my legs. I'm not gonna show off and kick or anything, but I want to stretch my legs and kind of walk around a little bit in the thing. Because if we woke up the way we woke up, we probably have like remnants of
hurt.
headaches and stuff.
Yeah,
So
hurt. Your body hurts.
try to loosen up just a little bit without overdoing it.
Mm-hmm. All right.
well, as I said, good to see you all. But anybody know why the bloody hell we're here?
I just remember being in a casino and I was probably having 1 or 2 or 27 drinks, and I don't know what.
Were all of us at the casino, or was that just his memory?
Bill can say that was his. That was actually Jeff's character's memory, was being in a casino, but Bill can certainly have been in one too. Again, you guys have not
fits
seen
me
each
that I
other.
was in a casino. 'Cause I have a
Everybody
gambling
was in a
problem.
casino. Yep.
I've
But
got
none of you
compulsive-
were certainly in
compulsive gambling.
Casablanca, or probably nowhere near this place.
You said I was in the U.S., right? On the
You were
East
in the
Coast,
US.
West Coast. Where was I?
California.
I was in California, Hollywood, San
Yes,
Francisco.
actually, you remember that the last thing that you remember thinking about it is that you were sent a script for a film. You never got a chance to crack it open, though. It's a brand new film, but you do seem to remember that the title was French, but it was shady. You just saw it, like, just in passing. They were getting your expertise on criminal activities.
Okay. So it was a consultant thing.
A consultant. Yeah,
Okay.
that's what we'll call it.
Okay. A casino in Hollywood. Well, probably a underground kind of thing. I don't know. And I do that. I say, I look up and I look at the guys and I say, I was in Hollywood.
Oh, bully for you.
No, I mean, where were you?
I was probably in my local. Yes, a couple of days ago. Yeah, I didn't have anything particular on. I've still got a plane, still flying, but can't remember any jobs that I was doing at the time. So probably based back in Old Blighty.
Jackie, where were you?
Last I remember, I was down in Tijuana having a good time. There's a couple of sweet senoritas I know down there, and might have been looking for some extra work, but I was having more fun playing. And I think I drank too much, and that's the last I remember.
As you guys are getting acquainted, one of the officers comes to your jail cell, opens it up, and says, "What at the time? Come out, come out." He points at Richard, your character first. "Step here."
Okay. Yes.
Somebody goes behind your back, and then you feel like them kind of unclench your hand when he's got a magnifying glass. He's looking at your hands. And he says, "Nothing here, Captain." "Okay." And that's repeated, each of you. You're each asked to step out one at a time, and they take a really good look at your hands.
The man shot.
The captain comes back, and he has a photograph that he shows you. "This is written in the man's own blood on the wall. What does it mean?" "Did not write it. He did not write it. Someone wrote it in his own blood." And it says, "Remember Firefly."
You can't take the skies from me. Yes, of course.
Who else was there?
Nothing.
Does that spark anything in us as far as operations or anything like that? Firefly, anything?
Mm-mm. Not at all.
I just look at the other guys to see if anybody's got a reaction.
Someone else was there. Who else was there? None of you wrote this. He did not write this. Who wrote this? Who was the man? His face is too badly damaged. He did not have passports.
You know as much as we do.
Look, last thing I remember, I was drinking in Tijuana. I woke up here.
This is a very long, drunken trail to get from Tijuana to here, sir. Your passport shows that you entered our country 2 days ago.
I don't know what to tell you, bub.
Very well. Where are you staying?
Nowhere. Like I said, I don't remember even coming here. So if I have lodgings, I have no memory of them.
Well, I suggest you find lodgings. Do not leave Casablanca until this has been settled. Someone has found you important enough, all of you, to post a bail for your good intentions. There will be an inquiry. You'll be asked to come back. But you're free to go for now. Do not leave.
Who posted bail for us?
It's anonymous. It's done over the phone with a banknote left.
Who even knew that we were in jail?
He shrugs. Maybe the man who killed and left you there.
I kind of stick my hands in my pockets and pull them out and bunny ear my pockets. I'm like, yeah, I don't think I'm going to be going anywhere.
So your passports are returned. And again, each of you has a photograph, same photograph. It was all taken from the same negative. It all has the same information on the back, looking like it was written by the same hand. Name of hotel and, looking, you see a calendar here, so we'll say. So it was a date 2 days ago, January 1st. So you must have been in some kind of New Year celebration, you think.
What's the name of the calendar? I mean, not the calendar, the hotel.
It is second Hotel Mansour, Mansour.
I don't know about you, but I have
So-
nowhere to go but this place.
Yeah, none of you have cash in your pockets, and the only other thing, Bill's character has a key, like an apartment key, but he's the only one that does.
I guess we head to this hotel. Maybe our benefactor is paid for rooms as well.
Change of clothes, at least. Nice.
Yeah, worth at least checking out. Yeah.
You got some bits there, rerolls or help as you need. Yeah, it's several blocks away, but it's in the central town. The town has grown since the war. Very tall buildings, and there's a very large movement to show this place off as a destination place. It's more well known for the fact that one of the largest suppliers of gunpowder comes out of
You're coming in and out for me, I guess.
I was
Yeah.
just going to say the same.
Yeah, cutting them out.
Am I still?
That's better.
Okay. Did you miss anything I said?
I missed the whole thing. Yeah,
You missed the whole thing. Yay!
I'm so sorry.
Start from the very beginning when the
All
stream
right.
started.
So you wake up in a warehouse. I said the hotel is a couple of blocks away. None of you have any cash in you. Only Bill's character has a key. You all have the same photograph and your passports. That's all that was on you. I mean, of course, the clothes that you're wearing as well, which you're very familiar with. These are your clothes.
Do I remember the last time I was dressed? Was I dressed like this?
No, this
Okay.
is definitely not.
Do
It is from
I,
your wardrobe. Just you dressed for the climate here.
Okay.
do I think
And
I'd have to go to a bank to get some money, or could I talk to someone at the hotel?
Well, if it's a nice hotel, you can probably just talk to somebody at the hotel.
Okay, well, I guess we'll see how nice the hotel is before I decide that.
All right. Well, if you walk it, again, there's been a lot of reconstruction since the war. Casablanca has been kind of prettied up and become a destination for tourism. France is really playing up that this is a great civic endeavor for them, some national pride going into it. As you're passing by, you see the hotel. It's beautiful. It's several stories tall, ivory capped with gold top minarets. It's got a very wide outer area where there are cars dropping people off. There are bellhops aplenty, servants aplenty. There's a big fountain in the front with almost like a water garden with several statues spewing out arcs of water, creating a very intricate design. You are not
However,
dressed for this place.
I'm going to go over and splash some water on my face and try and.
Oh,
clear
all right.
my
A servant
eye as
comes
best
out
as I
like
could.
right away. A servant comes out and starts yelling at you in French, which you probably don't understand. He's got like not like a cane, but like a prodding stick. Yeah, apparently, beggars coming to use their water is a common occurrence, and he's coming up to like he's going to beat you with it. He's telling you to move along. You're guessing.
Anyone? I don't know what they're
You
saying.
have no idea what they're saying. How large or an imposing of a man is your character, Richard?
He's not that imposing. I mean, he's a pilot, so he's physically fit, but he's not overly muscly.
Okay. Yep. Yeah. So the person's hesitating as he's getting a little closer, seeing that you're not native. He's a little unsure, but he's still yelling at you. Those of you that do speak French, yeah, he's telling the beggar trash to go away. That he is making the hotel look bad.
Fish out the photo and turn it over and show the address. And that is this address. And does it have a room number on it as well?
It doesn't. No, it just
It doesn't.
no.
But
he stops
I'll hold it
yelling.
up and then I'll go, yes.
He stops
Oh,
yelling. He looks. He nods. He looks you over though. He seems to be like, because you look horrible. I'm like, your face is still
Yes.
swollen.
Sad.
Your clothes smell and reek of alcohol. He shakes his head and he's like, yeah.
Well, good then. Looks like the place. In we go.
Yeah, I'm proceeding in.
Okay.
I turn and I look at him doing the thing with the guy with the stick, and then I just turn back and go on in.
All right. You are given several looks by how you're dressed, but once you get into the lobby, one of the bellhops dressed in this red and gold suit, large top hat on, comes out and smiles very largely at all of you, and speaks since Nicola speaks French, speaks to Nicola. It's like, oh, I see that you had an incredibly good party last night. I hope you're feeling okay, Mr. Sartine. Should we prepare baths in your rooms?
Yes, definitely.
There's a envelope at the front desk for you and your party as well. He greets each of you. The bellhop absolutely knows each one of you. Greets you by name, asks if you'd like a bath drawn for your apartment.
In English or in French?
It would be French to the two that speak French, and then English for everyone else.
Yeah, you got any food also?
Oh, yes, please. Just phone down. Tell us what you'd like off the menu. We'll send it right up. Of course.
And I seem to have misplaced some of my funds. May I? Is there any way I could have someone run to the bank for me, sort of make a withdrawal?
Oh, absolutely, Mr. Fain. How much would you like? Would you like this in cash or just credited to your account? What would you like?
I'd like some cash, yes.
Oh, sure. How much should we withdraw in your name, sir?
I don't know. What would be a good amount for 1950?
Well, with as much alcohol as you and your friends ordered last night, I would say 100 should do you well.
I'll take 100 on my account and 100 in cash, and maybe take 5 for yourself.
Oh, American dollar, sir.
Yes.
Oh, very good, very good.
I go up to the concierge, and
very glad to see you as you walk up. It's like, was the champagne to your liking, sir?
Yes, of course. Any messages?
There is a letter for each of you. He goes behind him, and there's some mailboxes back there. He pulls out a very a gilded edged envelope. He hands to each one of you. It's nothing on the outside. Wasn't delivered through the post system.
Do the mailboxes that he's pulling them out of have room numbers on them?
They do.
Okay, I want to look at everybody's room, see where he's pulling them from.
You're all on the same floor. You're all on the 3rd floor, consecutive numbers.
Okay. What room was I? Well, whatever room I am, I'm taking note of it.
Yeah, 305.
Okay. I'm pretending I'm not like totally what the hell, So I said, send up some food. Very
of course.
famished. And then I turn and I tell the others, I'll be in my room, 305. And then I start walking that way.
All right, yeah. What do the rest of you do?
Yeah, I'm going to my room to get cleaned up and get some food.
Yeah, same here.
Yes. Order a raw steak if they've got one.
They send a servant with each one of you. As you go up to the room, they open the doors for you. They make sure that your beds have been cleaned down. They take your order for any food that you would like. You find that you basically got the whole 3rd floor. There are 6 rooms on this floor, of which you're taking up 4. There are 2 rooms at the very back end across the hall from each other, which you are not. So those are the 2 extra rooms.
I asked the guy with me, I said, who has the other 2 rooms?
309 and 310, sir. 309 is it was empty as was the direction given to us for your excess gear if needed. and servants if needed. And 310 is your companion, sir.
My companion.
Yes, sir. The 5th of your number.
Do you have a name?
No, sir. He never left a name.
Has he left the room?
He's not currently in. No.
Okay. Thank you. And I said, your name?
You call me Bill, sir.
Bill.
He
Okay.
looks a little sad that you don't remember that you gave him the affectionate name of Bill.
I'm sorry, Bill. I have a very bad headache, but I will remember you towards the end of my stay.
He nods. You guys are all given the same treatment. You're the very polite staff, as if you were, just top name guests. Yeah, anything that you want to have brought to your rooms, food or drink wise, they are just right on it. All of your rooms are immaculately cleaned. Suitcases, which all of you recognize, like it's your suitcases, you recognize on the bed. There are some materials, maps of the city, stuff that anyone here for the first time or not in a long time would need to navigate the streets to find where things are, etc. In Braddock's room, there's a few extra things. You have there's a writ there that's both in it's in French and in English. You apparently have a dock at the wharf.
Okay, makes sense. Yes.
Mhm.
Have to have got here somehow.
Okay. I'll go
Bill,
to my.
Mr. Fane's room. You traveled with a lot of luggage. You have a lot of evening wear, as you normally travel with quite a bit of luggage, although you usually travel with some help. You don't know who you would have traveled with, but normally you travel with help.
Is there any indication that any of the help came with me?
No, but you were told that 309 was an extra room to hold your excess baggage and help if needed.
Okay. Is there anything in 309?
You want to go check?
Yep.
Okay, your helper has left at this point, and the room is locked.
Do we have our actual bags, our possessions?
Your possessions are there
I mean, in our rooms.
in your rooms. Yep.
Okay, so I'm gonna go back to my room, and I'm gonna, in one of my suitcases on the side, kind of zipper it open and pull out some small, thin wires and picks.
Yep. They're
Yeah.
all still there.
And then I'm gonna go over to 309, and where I see Reginald's already there, and I look at him and I kind of raise my eyebrow and show him a pick,
Oh, be my guest.
and then I
Yep.
go about doing that.
As you have the criminal class at a significantly good level, you don't need a roll. You're able to pick the lock. You enter in. It is another suite just like yours, but there's a lot of very rugged wear trunks set up. They actually look like U.S. military cargo containers, portable variety.
Okay. Are the curtains drawn?
They are.
Okay, I'm gonna go check the curtains, the windows, and the seals
Mhm.
on the window to make sure it's all sealed up.
Not only is it sealed up, someone has taken the effort to put a couple of steel beams in so that the window can't be opened from the outside.
Okay. Do I see a pistol box?
Well, you see these cargo containers in here.
Okay. Start looking for the. I'm gonna start looking through some of them, just quickly perusing through.
Okay.
Does the stuff look familiar at all?
You enter the room as well, taking a look
Yeah.
around, until Nicholas starts like opening some. No, but then he starts opening them, and yeah, this was your unit's gear. Like you start opening it up, and you find your fatigues that your special unit was given. Your old arms are there, your rifles, your handguns, some grenades.
Okay. I'm gonna get a handgun and load it, put it in my back pocket, and then I'm gonna go leave and get, Jackie and Matt. or at least make them appraise them of this.
Mhm.
And I'll look at Reginald and say, I'll tell the others.
All right. I'm gonna get a gun.
Yeah, your pistol is there.
Yeah.
So yeah, I do that. I just knock on the other two doors and let them know it's our gear from the days.
Do what? So I get up, still chewing on a piece of steak. As I walk down there, wiping my hands on a white rag. So what kind of goodies we got here?
Yeah,
So
all your units gear is there, including backpack radio still there. Some maps of the areas you ran some missions in are there. Document files from things you remember doing. But as you're thumbing through it, there's some stuff in here you don't remember as well. Your unit's attached to it, but you don't remember the call numbers or the mission names. And then as you're flipping through, there's one folder at the end that says Firefly. The folder's empty.
Well, Jackie's looking through this stuff. I asked Reginald, let's go see the other room.
All right.
I'm gonna look in that folder. You said it's empty. I'm gonna carefully kind of pick it up and angle it towards the light. Is there any like residue from like maybe where a piece of paper looks flaked off to see were there documents in here?
Actually, it
Or anything
stands
like
out as you pull it out. All the other files are original files. Like it's been several years, so there's some weathering to them. They've been exposed to sunlight and then put in damp. This one is a fresh, new folder.
So I wonder if this is our job or something. There's nothing in here, but it's fresh. Take a deep smell of it. It smells like a fresh manila envelope.
Yeah, it smells brand new. Like it was just opened and placed in here. The tag Firefly matches all the other tags though, so it was done on the same type of, little tag gun.
Okay, so we're gonna approach the other room,
Mhm.
and same thing with the lockpicks. And I'll look over to Reginald. Give him the look, like cover me, kind of thing,
All right. I'll do so.
and do the picks.
Okay, you do. You pop it open. It's another suite just like yours. It has nothing in it though. There's no baggage. There's no sign that anyone has been in here. It's been set up for looks like the next guest. The only thing left is a silver tray on the bed with another one of those manila envelopes like you all picked up at the desk, and the manila envelope is laying on the silver tray.
Okay. So I'm gonna ignore the envelope for right now, unless Reginald wants to do something with it, and I'm still gonna look around the room
Mhm.
in places like behind things, above things,
Right. So
anywhere somebody could
yeah.
stash something.
So go ahead and give me a roll. You can add criminal to it, knowing the best places that you would want to hide something.
Would that be a mind roll?
It would be a mind roll. That's fine.
Okay. So how do I do this now? I do the top one with a bonus, or what?
No, the top one is without any
Oh, that's
extra
just
bonus.
regular.
Yeah, just click that one, and then it'll ask you what your modifier is. Add in your levels of criminal, and just hit the button.
Okay. So 2.
Can since I've got photographic memory, does the Firefly does that ring a bell? Is there anything I can remember from anywhere?
Absolutely not. All the other missions though ring a bell. There's a few in here though that don't as well, like that your unit was attached to. There's a bunch of information, but you don't remember them at all. But going through those folders, you're seeing there's mission reports, there's photographs of the site, there's a commendation for jobs well done by your unit. but you don't remember some of those at all.
Nothing I would have heard about in like espionage circles.
That's a good question. I tell you what, make me a mind roll. You can add your espionage levels to this. Let me just see how you go. This is going to be difficult, though. This is going to be very difficult. So we're going to call this a demanding task, making it 4 less. So with a 4 less, you do not make a 9. You do have some rerolls if you want to use a reroll. Up to you.
Sure, I'll use one.
So you'll need, with a -4, you'll need a 13 or better.
Oh, no, not at all.
Yeah.
Not going to use it.
Nothing comes to mind. I mean, you're looking through it. The reports seem fairly thorough, if a bit simple. Like you would think the action reports would be more in depth, but nothing comes to mind.
Didn't he
Jeff,
do anything?
looking around, looking for anything hidden in the room. You do, you're searching around. You find signs that there was someone in here. Like there's a scrap of a candy wrapper that was left behind that you find, you pocket. In the mirror in the washroom, you notice just tilting your head a little bit. It looks like someone's rubbed on the mirror in here, and you can just see with a little bit of steam that was used to clean the bathrooms. It looks like there's some writing on the window or on the glass. Like like if you take a cold glass and you write on it, it'll leave behind an impression. So it looks like there was something written on the mirror, but you can't quite make out what it says.
So would turning on the shower help?
You're gonna steam up the room. Turn on the shower. Steam starts to collect, and you can read it a little bit clearer. And it just starts to slowly reveal, remember Firefly, and then below that it says, "Don't trust what you remember."
Good, because I don't remember a thing.
Actually, let me shorten that. It'll say, "Don't trust your memories." It'll say, "Don't trust your memories."
Well, I'm still in my room. I've got a steak over my eye to cook with my black eye and having a nice, relaxing bath right now. So,
Yep.
I'm assuming there's windows in this room, correct?
There is a window in 309. If you're looking at the room with all the gear, there's a window.
I want to look out of that and just kind of study the surroundings, see if there's anything that stands out or if it appears we're being watched or anything like that.
You're downtown. This is one of the tallest buildings downtown, but you're on the 3rd floor. So there are some where you can look across and you can see into windows across from you. They're pretty much closed up for the day, as the heat of the sun tends to warm up rooms that have not been fans or air conditioning of some sort. You don't immediately see anyone taking interest in this window, but someone could. It's a possibility.
I'm just gonna kind of put that to memory, the angles and everything, where this is at.
Okay. I'm going to go back into the room where Jackie is, and original. Bill, did your guy take the envelope with you from the train?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna go back in there, and actually, I took the loaded pistol. So I'm gonna grab 2 more mags and my knife. I got a Sykes Fabrane commando knife, and grab that, the knife and the sheath. And
I'll bring some more ammo too.
And
you would also probably know that being caught with a firearm is not good here.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah. But not being caught with is even worse sometimes.
Yep.
So, I'm gonna look at the other 2. and say who's staying.
I'm gonna finish my steak, then I'll be done, ready to do whatever.
Okay. And I look at Reginald because I meant what I mean by saying who's staying is like who's staying in the room to guard this stuff.
I'll stay. I'll stay.
Okay, because I'll do it if nobody else wants to do it.
No, I'll
But
do it. I'll take care of it.
okay. And I said I'll wash up. I'll be back, and then I leave.
I'm gonna pocket a couple grenades before I leave, though.
What?
Okay. So yeah,
Just drop them down the
that's-
front of your pants. They're fine there.
No one can tell the difference anyway.
yeah, that's what I do. I'm gonna go shit, shower, and shave, and
Yeah.
take care of all of that. Eat something, and then after that, whatever. But I'll be
Yeah.
back.
You feel
to,
much better after a good hot
leave.
bath. Everything just kind of unkinks. Your bruises, they better blood flow. Your bruises start to feel a little better. Food, as I said, food and drink are brought up, so all that happens. So after you guys have unwound a little bit, what do you want to do?
Well, I mean, I will eventually come into the room and find out what's going on here. Well, I think I've got a plane down at the docks as well. So, I mean, if we wanted to move it to this stuff to a more secure location, or, well, I don't know, there's more secure, but a more ready for transport, have something going on down there.
You have a plane?
Yeah. Well, I have a dock. I assume
Oh.
there's something at the dock. I mean, I must have got here somehow.
Okay, so I'm gonna go over and do maintenance. Clean everything that needs cleaning.
Okay.
Load what needs loading. Getting ammo from filling clips. Doing all
Everything
the stuff.
is remarkably well kept. It's been in storage for years, but before it was put away, everything was oiled and greased and covered with an oily rag. It was put away very well so that everything would work fine. And this is your trusty equipment. Like you, very familiar with how it wears, how it feels, how it shoots.
Okay, so I'll go ahead and do that. Well, whoever's doing whatever, but I'll go ahead and start cleaning equipment and loading mags and.
Mm-hmm.
Because I mean, I don't know, but whatever it is, this is ours now, and we're not giving it up. So,
All right. What's everyone else doing?
I'm staying behind
Time
the
of-
room.
Hey, what time of day or night is this?
This is like it was early afternoon when you woke up in the warehouse, so it's getting towards evening. Heat starting to go down. You're starting to see more people on the streets.
I think I'm gonna go after I get cleaned up and eat. I'm gonna go let everyone know I'm going down to the lobby. I'm just gonna kind of hang out in there and see who comes in and out. Find a nice spot that's not hidden but not easily visible. Just to kind of observe the door, see who comes, and where I can watch the door and the check-in.
While
Sounds
you're
good.
down there, I don't know whether you'll see anybody like this, but look out for a beggar who takes photos. Because there are people who will sell you holiday photos like that. And if there's a regular there, then they might have a photo of our fifth member. So we see who that was.
Will do.
All right. So the lobby has a lot of amenities. There are newspapers from all around the world that are collected here, all the big names. There is radio broadcasts playing in little nooks. They have televisions set up. 1950s was the beginning of some of really the beginning of media domination as far as getting people to sit in front of television sets. So you had series shows showing up that were very enthralling. So there are like little nooks all over the lobby where people can go in, tune a TV or tune a radio, and just kind of relax with the paper. There are bellhops going around with trays full of like cigarettes, snacks, that sort of thing. Nothing you have to pay for. It's all part of your stay here. Apparently, no one's asking for money, although tips, of course, come and go, but not as much as it would in the United States. Tipping culture is not huge this time, especially here.
Find me an English paper, and I sit where there's a TV, but I don't have it turned down the volume so I can hear and listen better.
Sure.
Just keep my eyes peeled for anything that may stand out.
I tell you what, why don't you make me a roll to see, to see if anyone's watching you or paying any particular attention to you. We will do this as, let's see. What do we use as perception in this, Jeff? Is this mind?
Yeah.
A mind check? Yeah. And then if you have like spy, soldier will do. Spy is better, knowing, what to look
no
for.
Spy.
Okay.
So just the green die?
Yeah.
And then a modifier if I have soldier? Or no?
Soldier, whatever your level in soldier is. Difficulty is a little easier if you have spy, but soldier can still help. 9. Okay, so with a modifier that's going to fail, do you want to keep it or do you want to use a reroll?
And remember, you got hero points too.
Yeah. Say what are hero points? How do I
So
use
a
that?
hero point you can spend to reroll. There's a few other things it do, but it can do. But in this situation, the reroll is what you want. Now you have to take the second roll.
Yeah, I'll do that. They're here to be spent.
The hero points refresh at the beginning of each session.
So it's a 4, and then let me. Nope.
Okay. There are a lot of people in the lobby. Some people take a casual interest in you and that you're a foreigner. Which there are plenty, though, so you don't stick out that badly. You do see there are a bunch of people that are sneaking in and trying to sell people like trinkets, drugs, various things. And as soon as the staff notice, though, they're quickly ran out. But you do notice someone that's got like a little portable camera and is going around and saying, if anyone wants a picture.
Does he appear to be kind of the description or whatever I was being told about?
Well, I mean, it's just somebody that's offering to take pictures. I mean, you don't really have a description of anyone.
I thought Richard was telling me about a guy. Was it just a generic, hey, there's a guy
I didn't have a specific person. This is the kind of thing that is done.
Good thought, Richard.
I'm going to approach him like, hey, I think I've had you take a picture with us. Did you take this? And I'm going to show him the picture.
Actually, the picture that you have, that picture. That was the last picture that your unit was taken. Like, you are very familiar with this picture.
Okay, so it wasn't a recent one.
It not
just recently developed.
Recently developed from the same, what are they called? Film, the original film. But it is not a... it's not a recently taken one. Like you're younger in this picture. So is everyone else in there. Trying to figure out when the first Polaroid camera hit the market. Oh, founded in 1937. So yeah, this guy's got he's got a Polaroid. So instant pictures. Yeah. Yep.
Okay, and what was your interest wanting me to do with this guy, Richard? I'm sorry.
I thought he might have taken photos of us arriving or leaving the hotel and might have a photo of whoever with the fifth guy with us was. So he might be able to recognize them from you.
Do you recognize me? Come in with some other guys? Corsican, a couple other Americans.
No, but your friend, he gave me a very big tip.
Which one? And I describe our rich man.
The rich one with the fancy clothes. Do you not remember? It seemed to have been
we drank a little too much.
Yes. It was.
Do you happen to have copies of those pictures or any others?
He looks a little caged. He's like, well, I mean, I might.
I'm sure my friend would be willing to tip generously again.
Oh, well, then surely I can find that photograph.
Please, because you're supposed to get one for me, and I think my drunk ass just lost it.
All right, so we'll cut to a little bit. He's run off, but he comes back a little bit later, and he has the photograph. What it is it's all of you guys in the bar here. Apparently, last night, as the Polaroid's got it's got the date on the back and such. And there's all four of you, like looking like you're very drunk. You see some gambling going on in the back. You're all got champagne glasses being held up. But there's a fifth person in the picture.
Do I recognize it?
Yeah. He went by the name January, and he's dead. At least you were told he was dead. He was one of the 8 that were part of your force.
But very much alive in the picture.
Seems to be. He's like front and center holding up a magnum of champagne. All of you have big smiles on your face. You can see like somebody's got a television in the background that's doing the New Year's countdown. So like this was right as the New Year, hit.
This is exactly what I was hoping for. The memories are starting to come back. Thank you so much. If you'll wait here, let me go get my friend because I know he would be very generous in a tip for you with this. I'll be right back.
Just leave him hanging.
And head upstairs.
All right.
So, Bert, in amongst all the equipment and all that,
yeah,
is there a wad of cash or?
Well, let me think about this for a minute. No, there's not a wad of cash, but there is a little box that has small ingots of silver, gold, like trade stuff that you could use for cash.
Okay.
A few gems.
We all need some pocket cash, but okay.
There's some particularly other than the standard kit out that you would have for a soldier. There's some particularly nice telescopes. There's some particularly nice cameras.
Okay, I'm looking for a rifle.
Yeah.
And a scope with a scope.
Sure.
Okay, so because that's my deal. The sniper deal.
It's your old standby. It's Betsy. Haven't seen Betsy since she turned her back in. It's still got the notches on the side where each of your kills happened.
Nice. Okay. So yeah, I'll get that ready as well with everything else.
Make me a mind check.
All right.
No, nothing else added. Just 2d6 and a mind check.
All right. Let me see
here. Okay. All right. Nothing special.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. Betsy. Feels good in your arm. It's still weighted exactly like you liked it. You put a little bit of extra weight in the stock because it was front heavy. It's tuned just like you left it.
Okay. All right. So I was just looking for some cash, but maybe we'll hit up Reginald for a loan.
Calhoun, later. You come back. You come running upstairs. You got the Polaroid in your hand.
So, y'all remember January? What happened to him again? Which I know, but I'm going to see what everybody else remembers.
So what you all remember about January is he was kind of the team. Well, ostensibly his position was medic, but he was kind of like the team psychologist as well. He kind of kept you guys together whenever you had breakdowns or if things got a little bit too stressful. He was he's the one that kept everything together.
What do we remember how he bought it?
He didn't die during a mission. You were told later on, you got messages after you had mustered out that January had died. Cancer is what it said.
We all got the same cancer message.
Yeah, hell of a way to go. Too bad we don't have him around anymore. And then I turn the Polaroid around and show everybody.
Yeah.
That's not what I was expecting.
No.
Me either.
Looking at him in this photo and trying to remember the body, could they match up? The one in the warehouse that we saw.
No, the body was definitely shorter and thicker. January was kind of like a tall, lanky guy.
And this shorter, thicker guy couldn't be one of the other members of the team we've already been told who are dead, could they?
I don't think so.
Okay. This is... Huh.
And I look over at Reggie, and I tell him I need to backtrack on here because I didn't show him the shower. But if we can retcon it, I'd like to say when we were doing the thing, I showed him the shower.
Okay. Yep.
And then I look at Reggie and I said, the shower.
I mean...
Reggie, also, you owe this photographer guy a nice little tip. I told him you'd pay him up. He's down in the lobby waiting.
I can do that.
So I'm going to remind you about the shower, Reggie.
Hmm?
The shower.
What am I?
Oh, did you hear what I had said just a minute ago?
This is where my absent-minded flaw comes into play, I guess.
There was a message on the mirror that showed up when you fogged up the bathroom.
Oh, right. Okay, what was the message?
Don't believe or don't trust your memory.
Yep.
And then when we saw his picture, I looked at you and I said the shower. But I didn't explain to these two because that's my taciturn thing. I don't
So I'm
do that.
immediately going to start thinking that maybe this guy isn't dead.
Well, the photograph from last night seems to say he's not. If he goes downstairs to pay the kid, go ahead and give me a mind check with your levels of spy.
Okay.
And Oak and Richard, you guys, since we all serve together, you know I don't say too much stuff. And so I'll say something like that, and so feel free to, say, what the hell does that mean, or something like that.
What was his nickname? What was his nickname in your unit? So January is a nickname. So what was Jeff's character? What was Nicolo's nickname?
Is Jeff picking his own nickname then?
No, I'm asking. No. I want everyone else to pick it.
Yeah, I don't get to pick my own nickname. So.
Yeah. I'm just going to do this as people bring up their flaws. So,
Sure.
what nickname you would have gotten from that.
Yeah, my flaw is taciturn, and I'm trying to play it as much as I can, but still I'm talking too much.
Yeah. Understood.
Probably
You
the
can think on it.
standard,
I'll
like
just
always
add-
just the opposite. It's friendly, isn't it?
Chatterbox.
Yeah,
That's not a bad one.
Yeah, like that. Okay,
that's a good one right there.
Chatterbox was his
Yeah, I
next
like
one.
that.
All right, sounds good. So Bill, did you make that roll? Oh, yes, you made that roll. So your training that you have undergone tells you that you are being watched. There are several people around. They look like natives. Not the French that are not really native here. They just kind of took over, but some of the native population. There's a man that's sitting kind of near the front, pretending to read a newspaper. But as soon as you come into the lobby, he's definitely taking care to move just so that he can keep you in his sight. Man towards the back end, next where the restaurant is, looks like he's a waiter. But as you come in, he kind of stops what he does, and he kind of situates himself so that he can be that you're in his view as he continues to wipe off some glasses. You're under surveillance. The kid's there. It's like, oh, Mr. Fain, but thank you so very much for buying the photograph last night. Your friend just I bought my only backup copy.
Oh, that is fine. That is fine. What so what
We'll say your money was already been dropped off to you, so you've got
yeah,
the cash that you asked for.
yeah. So I'll give him a generous tip, and do you happen to know where our friend is?
Oh, after last night, no, you all went. You went for a walk on the town.
Did we say anything else about what we were doing?
Was it to watch the fireworks? Of course.
Do I notice, is he like, do I think he's involved with these?
Oh, if you think he's part of the people observing you, no. But you do kind of find it suspicious that he has backup copies of pictures.
Hmm. Well, thank you. If you run into this friend of mine, tell him we're looking for him.
Well, I might have some other photographs of him.
Oh,
Oh,
I'd
yes.
be very interested in that.
Is your friend well known? Is he an entertainer or someone of note?
No, he's just we're trying to sort of piece together what happened. Evidently, we had quite a party last night, and we're having trouble remembering the details. And we'd like to gather as much information as we can.
Well, I have one other photograph of your friend. I was going to save it to sell to the papers, perhaps, if your friend was anyone of note.
No, I'm probably of more note than he is. May I see the photograph?
He kind of takes a step back to make sure you're not within arm's reach. I'm afraid my memory is not so good of where those photographs are kept.
I'll kind of pull out my wallet and be like, are you sure about that?
Well, my memory does get better the heavier my wallet is.
Well, I'll pass him over a couple of dollars and say, how does it, your memory coming back to you now?
Oh, yes, very much so. Wait here. And he kind of looks around to make sure none of the staff is watching, and then he walks into a restroom that's nearby. After just a few minutes, he comes out.
While he's gone, I'm gonna lean over and whisper to Nico that we're being watched.
Is
And
Nico there?
are you there, Nico?
No, I'm
I
upstairs.
thought
Yeah.
you were. Okay.
No, I think you came down by yourself.
Okay.
So after a few moments, he brings back a photograph, and it is the man you know as January, and he's got the side of his face is red and swollen. There's a lot of blood coming out of his nose, and he must have noticed the kid taking his photograph because he's got his hand up like trying to cover his face, and he's right outside of 310. Like you can see the number 310 on the door.
Have we been in 310 or that
Yeah,
was
no, you've been in 310. It was cleaned.
was that the one with the
Message on the mirror in the bathroom.
yes, okay.
Mm-hmm. I don't think it was color long shot GM. I think the Polaroids in 1950 probably were black and white or sepia.
Yeah, they were black and white.
Yeah.
I never heard of copies of Polaroids. Otherwise, I mean, I used Polaroids a lot back in the day.
There's not copies. The kids taking extra photographs using them as blackmail material.
Okay, all right.
But yeah, it's good enough to tell that the guy was injured, bleeding pretty profusely out of his nose, and he was going into 310.
What kind of candy bar is it that I have?
It's a wrapper. You don't know. It's like it's just a kind of a caramel colored aluminum.
It doesn't have a label.
Mm-mm.
Doesn't say Zagnut or anything.
Nope. It's probably not a brand name. It's probably something that's sold in the market here, you think.
Okay.
All right. So picture obtained. You know that you are being watched. You heading back up. What are you doing?
I don't know. I have this urge to just go sit down by the guy reading the paper. Yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to go sit down by the guy that's observing us, that's reading the paper, and
Okay.
I'll grab, like, if there's a paper by there, I'm going to put it up and go, so, how you doing?
Oh, quite well. Have you tried the tea? They make a fantastic tea here. You celebrated last night. He kind of, brings reference to your face, which is still all swollen up.
Yeah, it happens. It happens. Oh, look, I'm not going to beat around the bush. Why are you following me, and who paid you to do so?
Oh, I am part of the intelligence bureau here. You are people of interest.
Oh, so you're with the government then?
Yes. He kind of hedges that a little bit. Yes.
So maybe not all the way with the government. I gotcha. So, do you happen to know where our friend that we were with last night is?
Oh, he kind of folds the paper on his lap and he kind of turns to you, so he's got his full attention. We would very much like to know where he is as well. He's entered our country illegally, you see.
Well, we can't have that. I'll tell you what. I'll let you know if we find anything, and you do the same.
Oh, please, yes. He is wanted for some burglaries.
Well, we'll certainly get to the bottom of this now, won't we?
Well, I was hoping you could shed some light. The burglaries were very specific.
Oh?
Pharmacies. It's pharmacies. 4 pharmacies, to be exact. Not medications that one would typically steal to sell or to have a good time.
What was taken?
Do you have any medical background?
Probably not.
Yeah. So he names off several different chemicals which don't mean anything to you, really. These medications, and he sees that on your face. These medications are typically used for people that are experiencing mental breaks.
I wish I knew more about it. Believe me, I do.
Oh, as do we. Is this the beginnings of a new drug that we're going to see on our streets? Is your friend perhaps cooking up something new to destroy our youth?
This makes sense because we don't remember anything.
He pauses for a minute. Well, after as much as you drank last night, that's not surprising.
Yeah, but I don't think we drank that much. I think.
Oh, you drank quite a bit, my friend.
I might have. I don't know. But it's not often that I drink enough to forget everything.
Well, when you say everything, I assumed you meant the evening.
I don't remember coming to this country. The last I know, I was at a party in the United States, and now I'm here, and I don't remember how I got here. That's not from a night of drinking.
He looks very taken aback. He's like, "You're not. What is how you? You're not pulling my leg."
Oh no.
This is interesting. He fishes around inside of his robe, pulls out a card, hands it to you. If you remember anything or can help us to find this man, call.
I take the card. I thank him. I leave a 5 on the bench. And you do the same.
Yeah, he just kind of looks at the money on the bench disdainfully, picks up his paper, and just nods.
So I'll probably head back up now because I don't
Okay.
know when, if the others are coming back.
All right. What's everyone doing during all of this? I will remind you, you guys have each of you has an envelope that was left in your mailbox, and then you've got the one envelope that looks very similar that was on the silver tray that was left in room 310.
Did we
Well,
not
take
open
a-
those?
No one's opened them.
Shit.
Yeah. Put it
Been
in.
waiting for that.
Yeah.
We burned them without looking in them, but haha, what now? Yeah, let's open them and see, I guess.
The card, by the way, just has a phone number and an extension. Nothing else. Plain card.
And what's in the envelope?
Okay, who opens it first? And which one do you open? The one on the tray or the one that was in your box? So who's doing it first? And what do you open?
Mine.
All right. And
In-
you open the one that
from
was
my
in your
box.
box?
Yep.
You open it, and there is a sponge about the thickness and same size as like a business card. It's very odd, and it's got a strong smell coming from it.
I've just had a bath. Would have been useful earlier.
All right, so you pull it out.
Yeah.
Okay, everyone else that's in the room. I'm going to assume that's going to be everyone except for Bill's character. See how to phrase this. So Braddock just starts screaming. Closest person to him, which I'm going to say is probably your character, Jeff. He just punches you, just clocks you on the side of the face. He starts screaming and tearing at his clothes. He's ripping his clothes off. He just completely nonsensical statement, something about not again, you can't do this, not the room. What are you guys doing? He's doing harm.
Does this bring
to
back
himself.
anything to me, or
No.
seeing him touch that? Do I know of any kind of chemical reaction that they would cause that?
Are you a chemist of any kind?
Yes, I am.
You are. Well, there are drugs that can cause issues.
2 levels in chemistry.
Yeah, I mean, you don't have to roll it. There are drugs that can cause certain things, but it seems oddly specific as he's just ranting and raving. He looks like he's terrified, but he's fighting against whatever it is that is frightening him. Unfortunately, again, Jeff, you get clocked upside the face as you're the closest person to him. He's yelling, "Not again, not again."
I'm just going to tackle him and try to subdue him and just keep him wrapped up so he doesn't
All
hurt
right.
himself or anyone else.
That's a grapple check. Okay, that's strength and athletics, however many points you have in both of those, plus a 2d6 roll. Minus, Richard, what's your defense?
My defense is a 1.
-1, and you need to make a 9 or better on that.
Okay, so my strength plus what else?
Strength and agility. Add those two together, roll a 2d6.
So that would be 2 and -1. So just
-1.
2d6 plus 1.
That's fine. Yep.
Plus
No.
1 would be 5.
5. No, you
Get off!
Yeah, exactly. He backhands you. He punches you. Just a quick rabbit punch. He just fights you off. He sees that you're there, but he doesn't see who you are. He's screaming. Yeah, he's screaming out like,
You're not
"No,
putting me back. I'm
Yeah,
staying
yeah.
out.
There you
Get
go.
out of it.
There you go."
He's got a little help.
Okay. So yeah, how much damage does he do to me? I mean, how?
It's no damage. It's just a surprise. Just clocked you on the side of the face. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, then first I'm mad at myself for getting clocked, and then I'm gonna go ahead and reach for my gun. And, no. I'm
Okay.
gonna, reach for my gun and in his back of his head, give him
The
a
whip.
All right. Yeah. So that's going to be a melee attack
clip
roll
off the hat, off the back.
using an improvised weapon.
Yeah.
So it's I think what is that? The damage is less, but you get your full strength modifier on it instead of half. But go ahead and see if you can hit him first.
Right.
2d6, and you're going to be using agility on this one, and minus his defense, which is 1.
Yeah. 2d6.
You have criminal, right?
I have criminal and I have weapons specialist savant.
Yeah, this is not really savant,
But I'm
Richard.
not really going to
Yeah.
be doing anything savati.
Yeah.
I'm just
Yeah.
whipping
So
it out.
no career then on that. Just go ahead and
straight.
ooh. Yeah.
Yes.
He's fighting hard. He
Hold
is
him
fighting
still.
hard. Yeah,
Hold him
he's
still.
terrified,
Get
but he has
off me.
skills. Yeah. Reginald, you come back up the stairs right at the time the door to the room is open, and you can see that he's freaking out. They're trying to subdue him, not having much luck. He's fighting them off, acting like he's a cornered animal. What do you want to do?
You're muted as well, Bill. So
I knew that. I was just waiting to see.
I can't hear anything either in my panic, apparently.
Yeah, I'm gonna run in and try to maybe get a blow in.
I always wanted to punch him.
Hell yeah!
All right, go ahead.
Okay, so what am I rolling here? Melee.
2d6 plus your agility and your combat skill of melee, minus 1 for his defense, and you need to make a 9 or better.
Okay, so it's basically just 2d6 then.
If that's your character, sure enough.
Yeah.
2d6 minus 1 because he has a defensive one.
Plus 1 because I have 1 in melee, so it's just 2d6.
All right, 2d6.
Right?
There you go. No, he is
You
fighting
cannot
hard.
stop me.
He's fighting hard. Okay,
I
so
am the end boss.
Are there gang up bonuses?
yes, there is.
Yep.
So now that everyone is in the room, let's go ahead and do a proper initiative now. So everybody initiative, we're going to treat Richard's character as if he was a villain for the initiative sequence. You should be able to.
You stop talking in the middle of that, but 1 second.
Time's up.
Oops. You've muted yourself in Zoom or whatever it is as well now.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Not as
There you
strong
are.
as before, but yeah.
How about now? Any better?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'll do.
All right. So go ahead and go ahead,
Difficulties.
everybody, and let's see how this works.
Okay. So we're just doing our regular, add initiative to it, right?
You should be able to hit the initiative button on your character sheet.
Okay.
It should roll the initiative and tell us, give us the priority. So you need to get a 9 to succeed.
You can't
when you
fail an
fail.
initiative roll, can you?
Yeah, because in this, there's a priority ranking. So failing means that you go not last, you go ahead of rabble, which is an NPC tag.
I see. Okay.
So if everybody fails, that means that the villain goes first.
Woo!
Damn.
Yeah, I should say that. Yeah, Richard didn't have to roll because he's considered the villain in this case.
Is
You
Matt
go
a big-
first.
Is Matt a
Everyone
big,
else failed.
is Matt a big guy?
He's athletic. He's not huge.
Oh,
He's
that's
wiry.
He's defined, but doesn't have like loads of muscles.
Yeah, because I was thinking most pilots back then, even now today, they take them because they're smaller in stature to
Yeah.
fit and all
He's
that.
wiry though.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
good.
Right.
Well, I mean, I'm going to start.
So from your
Shouting at you.
perspective, this is a group of orderlies that are trying to hold you down
Yep.
while the doctor's coming at you with something in a plunger. So that's what you see
I'm
in your
going to
mind.
start shouting at you in a language that I assume absolutely nobody else here can understand. It's very arcane and full of glottal sounds, etc. That nobody
Get
can.
it?
So you're speaking American in the Bronx accent, right? No.
Welsh, Welsh.
Well.
They're taking Welsh.
Oh, okay.
Same thing.
And then I'll make a run for the door, try and barrel my way past all these orderlies, get out.
Sure.
So
Yeah. I think
don't know what I do as a villain. I've never been a villain.
okay, so what we'll do
I've never admitted to being a villain.
here's
in
here's
this.
how we'll do it. Here's how we'll do it. So you basically make a charge through the door. We're going to say that you're doing a full defense, which is going to mean that your defense counts as +2. Is that right, Jeff? If you do full
Yeah.
defense,
Yep.
so your defense will be a 3 now, as they try and do something against you as you run for the door. So that's it. Yeah, your friend is running for the door, yelling about "You'll not get him this time." So everyone else failed. So that just means you all go at the same initiative. You can decide who goes first amongst yourselves, or you can do it by agility order. Either one is fine.
Let's just go down the row.
Okay.
Jackie.
Yeah. So trying to make another grapple check.
Yeah. Do you want to dogpile them? If so, that you can get a +1.
Yeah.
Up to +2. So everybody's just dogpiling.
Yeah.
So go ahead and make me the grapple check, and you can do it at a +2, -3 for his defense.
Is it for each of us, or we would take whoever's got the highest roll and let them roll for the group?
Though I think the way it works is they're helping you, and then they try it. You can help them. So if you fail, they can try to grapple on their own too.
And
Actually, I
it's
guess technically no, because they have to take an action to help you. So this round, no, the one roll would be the grapple, as you all tried to dogpile on him.
So
Well, I mean, if they're doing it in
nobody-
whatever order they want, then surely
Yeah.
they could just go Nico and Richard.
Yeah,
will
just
take
whoever
next now,
wants
and
to
then-
be the anchor.
yeah, whoever's got the best roll, which I think is
agility and
Reggie.
strength.
Got
It's
one
me.
in each.
I got a 2 and a 1. A 2
You're
in
probably the
agility, 1 in
best.
strength.
You got
Probably the best.
a 0 in strength and a 3 in agility.
He's quick though. Okay.
Yeah. So that +2 that you're going to get from the others to help you is going to get rid of his 2 points of his defense. So you're going to still be -1 overall
Okay.
to your roll.
Let's see. I'm going to do the melee, right?
I don't think you get melee. I think you get strength and agility, and that's it for grapples.
Okay. So how do I get these strength? My 1 strength and my
I think you might just have to do a roll and just do however many
Plus
that
3.
way. Yeah, 2d6 plus 3.
2d6 plus 3.
And then it's going to be -1 total for his defense.
So 2d6 plus
Right,
2.
yes.
Plus 2. Okay.
Oh,
Oh, he
Critical
did.
three.
Oh, yeah. All right. So a 12 is a special thing. Wait, actually, is that a dirty 12 or is it a?
that's
it's
with a
dirty?
bonus die. That is definitely not.
Yeah, that was a 3 and a 5.
Okay,
Three
so
and a
it's not a
5.
natural 12. Okay,
So it's still a 10. You still
Yep.
get me.
it's still it's still a success.
I
All
am
right.
so disappointed. I could have let us off on this entire different adventure, and we never would have understood what was going on here.
Okay, so the attack was successful. You've accomplished grappling the opponent, immobilizing the enemy. To maintain the hold, you must make another grappling roll using the task resolution table for each following round, while subtracting the target strength, agility, and defense this next time around. So this is what I was saying on this one, Jeff. The grappling didn't make a lot of sense
Yeah.
for them to only get defense the first roll, but then they get everything else on the second roll. So you guys dogpile on him. You jump on top of him, bringing him down as he's screaming about, "Not again!"
Off! Get off! I don't like doctors. Get off me! Get off!
Okay. So Are we gonna move it for the story and keep
Yep.
it?
Well, you've got your
Yeah.
dog pilot on him. You've got him held down. He's still struggling. He's not come to his senses, but you've got him held, and we'll end the combat with that. Just tell me what you guys want to do. So it's taking all three of you. There's like one in each arm, and then somebody's sitting on his legs,
trying to reach over and like yank the bed sheet off so we can tie him up.
All right, yeah. You tie him up.
Put the grenade in his mouth. Quick. Grenade. Mouth.
It's funny. I thought about
that.
So you're being straitjacketed. They're putting the straitjacket on you. You know what comes next? The electroshock.
I mean, I'm gonna try and get out of this, but I mean, fight as hard as I can, but I don't want that.
Yep. All right, so yeah, just to move it along, you guys have him tied down, and again, in your mind, you've had a straitjacket put up on you. You see the doctor coming at you with the paddles.
Not the dog. Not the dog. Get off. Get off.
So you guys watch as he struggles, and then his whole body just kind of convulses, and then he just kind of goes limp.
Okay. Yeah, and who was in there? Me and Jackie, right? So
all
Nico
of you, all three.
What the hell happened? Well, I mean, to initiate it.
To initiate it was everybody but Bill's character was in there. So,
and he touched the sponge, is what it was, wasn't it?
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look for something I can use to pick that up without touching it.
Okay.
And see if I can call down to the kitchen to bring me certain things that maybe I know that household supplies or that would be readily available, so I can try to run some basic chem test or something to figure out what's what.
Ooh, that's gonna be rough. But yeah, okay, very basic.
Before you do that, or as you're thinking to do that, I'm gonna turn to you. We should leave.
Where are we gonna go?
I don't know, but here is not good.
Well, if we're under surveillance or somebody knows we're here, they're going to be watching for us to leave. So, but they don't know we know that.
Braddock, you wake up. You're covered in sweat. You hurt, and for some reason, you're tied down with the bed sheet, with your friends kind of looking at you in horror.
You back to yourself, Braddock?
What's going on here?
What's the last thing you remember,
still
buddy?
In Casablanca?
Yeah. What did you have to eat last?
I was in my room eating out a bath, and I had some potatoes. Why?
Okay. Just making sure it's you. That you're all good. You need to get out of here still?
I mean, I'd like out of here. I don't really need tying up, I don't think. But what?
Carefully untie him, waiting for any kind of sign that he's going to relapse, and let him go.
Yeah, you're breathing hard. You're sweating. You really don't know why. You do not remember the episode.
What happened?
You touched that sponge over there. Don't do it again. And you tripped out. You're fighting all of us. That knot over on Nico's head, that was you. You gave me this little shiner.
Okay.
And we're screaming you had to get out of here. Tried breaking for the door.
Do apologize, chaps, but okay. I don't remember any of this. From the sponge.
Yeah, so you need to find something to test this, because that's probably the same kind of stuff why none of us remember being here to begin with.
And then I reach into my pocket and I pull out my envelope. And I look at the other guys.
I mean,
I don't open it, but I just show everybody my envelope. It's like,
can you squish it and see if there's like a sponge in there?
No, leave all those to the side till I can find something to test these with. They could have residue on the outside of the envelopes as well.
Smart man.
Okay, I'll put them down on the table or whatever. By the
Okay.
way, in the equipment that we were given, do we have handcuffs?
No.
Okay.
You know how to fix that, though, right?
Yeah.
No, I mean, like, that's another point that you can do with hero points is you can make a small change to the narration. So if you wanted to have handcuffs, which is not something you would normally have in this kit, that's why I say no. But you really want them, you can spend a hero point and have handcuffs.
Yeah. No, I'm okay. It was just something. Okay.
I could spend a hero point and in our gear have like test equipment and stuff I would need to
Yeah.
either neutralize or figure out what this is.
Yeah, it's gonna be 10 years out of date, but sure, there's a small lab in there. Just basic
Hopefully
stuff. You got some retorts, you've got some test strips to figure out if something is alkaline or basic. You've got a few chemical molecule tables telling you, weight of certain drugs, etc. Yeah, you've got a small kit in there for a hero point.
Okay.
Oh, I was also gonna forget to ask you earlier, because I have demolition. Do we have any or anything like that?
Okay, so what you don't have is the actual explosives, because after 10 years in storage, they would not
Right.
have weathered well. But you got everything else you need. You've got plungers, you've got det cords, you've got all the tools of the trade. You just don't actually have the explosives.
Okay.
But we've got the firing pins and the
Yep.
internals of these grenades. That's why I took a couple.
No.
So you've got demolition expert also?
Yeah.
Sweet. There's two of us.
Okay.
So yeah.
All right, so let's just cut for the last roll of the night. You find your chemistry set, you find all your test strips, you get a few things from the kitchens just to find out what you can react with. You can cut up the sponge so that you've got several samples. You've got some gloves in there too, we'll say. So make me a roll. This is going to be difficult. Okay, so it's going to be mind. Add in your chemist background. I'm going to give you a +1 to the roll because you got tools that you need, but it's still going to be a difficult thing to do. So what is difficult? It's hardest. So -1 overall. So drop the +1. The -1 takes
so
care of
just
that.
mind and chemistry,
Yeah.
and that's the 2 green die. Or the green die, correct?
Yes.
The green die
There
is
we
the
go.
bonus die. So,
Yeah, I think level 2 chemistry gives you a bonus die, I believe, to a roll.
Okay, well, that's a success anyway. I got 2 mind and 2 chemistry. So.
Okay. You divide the piece of sponge out several ways. You run like 12 different tests. Afterwards, you come up with, you look at your tables, you look at the molecular weights of what you have. You come up with a list of chemicals. And actually, as you start saying these, Bill, your character, not a chemist, but you were just told the names of some of these chemicals downstairs that were
Right,
stolen.
right.
They're all drugs that are used in psychotherapy.
Okay.
You've got some lithium in there too, but they're really strong drugs and typically used for psychotherapy, for doing therapy on people that have had mental breaks or having confusion issues in their mind, that sort of thing. It's like the kitchen sink. This has got like 7 different drugs for that sort of thing in there. It is a very potent cocktail.
Yeah.
So now we're looking at Winter Soldier or Manchurian Candidate. Okay.
All right. And so the last thing I want to do for the evening, Richard, and this is not part of Dicey Tales. This is something I just do as a GM. Make me a luck check. High, low,
D100,
D100.
high, low.
Yep. Tell me what you get.
We will go low. And I have rolled high.
Okay. All right. We will stop for the night with the mystery there then, guys. Something going on. You're in Casablanca, 1953, January 1st, after having one hell of a New Year's celebration, apparently. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. Richard, you got anything going on this week?
Hi, I'm Richard, and occasionally I stream here on Twitch playing video games badly. You can find me here at LMTDTMFFR, or, say it with me now, limited time offer. No vowels.
No
No
vowels.
vowels. That's right. It's been a
Barbershop.
while since she said that. I've said that.
Barbershop Quartet. We're not. No. Oak, you got a game after this one?
Yes, sir. Playing some 5e homebrew after this, and then again Friday night, same GM, different campaign, and Saturday nights midnight central. I run my Grimdark homebrew.
Lots of fun. His stream looks a lot better than mine.
If only I was half the GM.
Yeah. Checks in the mail. Bill, what do you got going on with the frogs?
Well, I'm still doing Lost City of Baracus. Got a session tomorrow night, and running at least a session a week of the Dwaro Deep. Anyone who wants to play, send me a message, and you're in the game.
Good stuff. Jeff, tell us about this game that we're playing.
Well, right now, we've wrapped up the editing of the adventure that's going to be coming in on the Kickstarter, and we're going to be wrapping that up. And when I run the Kickstarter, it'll have just this rule set, and as a stretch goal would be the adventure. And that's basically it. We're just trying to get these last ironed out, and see where we go.
Definitely let folks know when it goes live, and what Jeff has taken pains to do for this. When it's done, it will be done. I mean, we have test prints of the book. The rules are done. The adventure has just been handed over to me for layout. It's already been edited. The adventure is just going to be a PDF, so there's not much more to go. And it will, after it funds with any luck, any luck that it funds, it should fund. It's a great game. Things will be available very quickly afterwards because the work's been done already, guys. Work's been done. If you found us and you like our stuff, you know where we are, twitch.tv/SteamSteelMurder. Check out our podcast, Blue Magic, BLUMAGIK.com. There's over 13 years of recorded games. Yeah, smack your head. Richard was here for most of them. Of recorded games on that stream, as well as all of our social media links, our Discord channel where you're able to get on games of yourself. If you want to play with us, if you want to jump on a stream, get on the Discord. That's how you get started. Yes, Richard's like, no, don't do it. 13 years will go by so fast and you'll never know it. Guys, thank you very much for watching. Thank you guys very much for playing. And
thank you for running it. Thank you for running it, man.
Yes, sir.
Nobody I recognize is on stream right now, so we will not raid anyone. So let's just say goodbye, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Good night,
Have a
everybody.
great night.